Hello, good afternoon, welcome back to my channel. This is Louise from Louise's Lifestyle. Today I'm just going to do a little tour of my house plants. The majority of them are in this living room. So I'll flip the camera around and introduce you to my collection. So we can start off here with my Tradescantia. This is a plant I got this year, so it's fairly new. Having said that, it's put on quite a bit of growth, so from here to here is all new growth. I do like this type of plant. They're very low maintenance, give them good light source and they will trail away. I like this variety because of the coloration. It's got this lovely pink flush on the new growth, and then you've got this greenish green, and then you've got this sort of off-white stripes, which make it quite a striking plant. So yeah, lovely plant, very low maintenance and not too expensive. So you like, if you like variegation in your plants, you don't have to spend a lot of money. This one, I think it cost me, it was at £3.99. Yeah, so relatively cheap and low maintenance. You don't need to do too much for it, just give it a good light source. The next one down here, I got this plant in 2019. This is Philodendron Brazil. I got it from a shop not far from where I live in Didsbury called Flourish, and this was at that time quite expensive. I thought it was like £7 for a small potted plant. It wasn't in this size pot, it was much smaller. The plant probably was no bigger than, say, this area here. £7.99 I think it was, so almost £8. It's a trendy plant at the time. I don't know if it's still as trendy, but I like the variegation on it. So this is my satin pothos, or Epipremnum pictum argarius for its botanical name, and I got this a couple of years ago. It's a small cutting and it's really taken off. It's got quite a lot of long vines growing from it. I've got it hanging up here and it's near a light source. It doesn't seem to need a lot of sort of taking care of. It's quite happy in standard compost, and I give it occasionally a little bit of fertiliser in its food, in the water. And quite a low maintenance plant. There are variations on this plant. There's another one called Silvery Ann, which has a lot more of the grey or silvery grey covering the leaf. I prefer the contrast in this one, where you've got the dark mossy green and the little bit of mottling or speckling of the leaf. To me, that's much prettier. So here we have another member of the Pothos family. This is called Mandula. It is a hybrid. The parent plants are Enjoy and Marble Queen. I have Marble Queen. I'm on the lookout for the Enjoy. Have this nice variegation. The leaf shape is slightly wavy. It's got like a, you can see there. It looks like it's as though it's been painted on, the variegation. Some of the leaves look like this. You've got mostly green and then you've got a splash of white, and some of the leaves have this speckling, which is very similar to the Marble Queen. The Marble Queen is a parent plant of this with the Enjoy. Enjoy is another plant. These are patented plants from the University of Florida, who created these types of variegated plants. This brown discoloration is due to leaf burn, sun scorch I should say, because the more white there is on the leaf, sadly that does mean it's susceptible to getting burnt. The problem is, if you haven't got them near a light source, then you don't get as much variegation. The plant will just revert to being green. So they do need to be near a light source, but then again, that means, you know, the a risk of burning of the leaves. So you just have to put up with that. You know, if you want to get hold of one of these plants, that's unfortunately the side effect. So you just trim off the brown bits, you know, with the scissors, and hopefully, you know, that improves the appearance of the plant. So this is my golden pothos. I've had this since 1980, so 40 years plus, and definitely the oldest house plant that I've got. I don't know if that's a record for these plants. Very sort of low maintenance, just needs to be near a good light source, and give it a feed now and then so you can get a decent size to the leaves, and hopefully get good variegation on the plant leaves as well. Commonly known as money plant in Asia, where it's grown a lot, grows outside. So yeah, very common plant there. Golden pothos, devil's ivy, those are its names. Next to it I've got this begonia. I got that last year. So it's got lovely, like, painted leaves almost. It died back and then it started to regrow again. And then next to it I've got Rhaphidophora tetrasperma. Got these in 2020. No, I think I got these this year. Sorry, yeah, these are this year's. My daughter got me these as little baby plants. They were, so very little plants, but started to grow now, taking off. This is a chlorophytum. The variety is called Ocean, so it's different to the typical spider plants, where it's, instead of having white down the centre, it's got this broad green stripe, and I think this makes a much prettier plant than the common spider plant. Over here I've got another pothos, and this is called Marble Queen. So this is a parent plant of the Mandula that I've just shown you, and it's got the mottling, speckling of the leaves, and some of the leaves are almost white. So yes, this is another member, and hopefully this will start to take off. It's putting out new leaves now. I got this as a baby plant as well. So yeah, another member of the pothos family, and to add to my collection. And oh, right here got the betel leaf plant, one of them. It's now fully acclimatized. It's here on my windowsill, just getting the light it needs. Doesn't need humidity now. It doesn't really need you know, to have extra lighting. It's properly acclimatized and growing well. It's got lots of new growth coming out at the bottom here. So we've got like a little, it's growing off another little stem there. It's got new little branches or stems popping up all over the place. So just got another one here, another stem there. So this is Piper beetle, or paan, as it's commonly known. And if you've seen the videos of in the betel leaf section, you'll see that there's quite a lot of growth since I last did an update on it. Over here I've got my daughter's little collection of plants that she took with her when she went to uni. She's brought them back now. This one has a type of Sansevieria. It's actually putting out flowers. So I don't know if that's a good thing or not, whether they should be flowering. It is a little bit pot bound, so it does need to be repotted. And this is the night blooming jasmine, or Cestrum nocturnum. it's called Radharani in Asia, or Hasnana in Bangladesh. It's a night blooming jasmine, produces lots of little flowers in the summer, and the scent is given off at night, not during the day. Yesterday I did a video showing you Cestrum parqui as part of the plant haul, and that is related to this plant. And the difference between that one and this is Cestrum parqui can be grown outdoors in the UK. It isn't tropical, but it does have the same small flowers that produce the scent at night. So I've actually put that outside, and I'm hoping when the flower blooms I can do an an update on that plant. So it'll be exciting to see if it's very similar to this plant, because they are related. And if I can get the plant to grow outdoors here in the UK, even better. So this is a recent addition. Got this in March for my daughter. She wanted one for her birthday. So I got her this Sansevieria, and it's a medium-sized plant, sort of commonly known as mother-in-law's tongue. It's got this nice yellow sort of border to each leaf, and that's Sansevieria. So this is my philodendron micans. I got this as a cutting last year, and it was through a seller I'd met through Facebook, and this came as a single stem cutting. I did do a video back then of that, and it's sort of progressed from there. It's very slow, so not as fast growing as I have heard people say it's a fast grower. Maybe the conditions in my house aren't, suited to it, I'm not sure, but it started to take off now. It's got this lovely velvety texture to the leaf, a very similar shape in leaf to the Pothos family. But the thing I noticed with the philodendrons, they seem to have this little sort of a tail at the end of the leaf, sort of tapers. The back of the leaves are sort of like dark, like a burgundy bronze colour. So very nice house plants. Apparently they're easy to grow, but I have found it a little bit tricky. I think they had some issues with some thrips earlier on. That's why I've got this discoloration of the leaf. So I'm hoping just to keep those at bay. Just check the underside of the leaves now and then. That's philodendron micans. I've just washed the leaves basically because they were looking a little bit dusty. So that's that. And here, just move this leaf here. That is actually the leaf from this plant. I've just cut it off, and this is the philodendron Verrucosum. I got that at almost the same time as I got this from a different seller. This came as a single stem, and this was the actual leaf that has finally sort of, it's died off, which is normal. Plant leaves don't last forever. So it's been there for a good few months. And if you've not seen the philodendron Verrucosum video, have a scroll through and you'll see the issues I had with it. Initially, it was just a single stem. I had to get it rooted, which I did. And then I potted it up, and unfortunately it got root rot. So I had to start again from scratch. And this time, instead of putting it in compost, I put it back into some sphagnum moss. And it seems to have done very well in the sphagnum. But ideally, I would prefer that these leaves are a little bit bigger, because they do grow to quite a big size. There are different types of philodendron Verrucosum. These are a tropical plant that grow in South America. They're an understory plant, and there are variations on the Verrucosum itself. So whether this is a small leaf variety, I don't know, but I might try and put it in compost, because I don't think it's getting the nutrients although it's getting the moisture, it's putting out new leaves. I'm wondering if I pot it up, I will get bigger leaves, and you know, who knows? Just have to see. So that's philodendron verrucosum. Just show you the back of the leaves there. Got a lovely contrast to them, and then you've got these little bristles along the stem. Philodendron verrucosum. With the last plant on today's video, and this is another cutting of the golden pothos or devil's ivy. You can see it's got lots of nice variegation in it, and that's because it's near a light source, and the leaves get bigger as they get nearer to the light source, and you get more contrasting variegation on them. So if you're keeping these plants, do get them near to a window in order to get that lovely variegation going. So thank you for watching. If you haven't already liked and subscribed to my channel, please do, and please share with your friends. Thank you. Bye bye.